Day by Day Kids Bible, Day 61. A friend, a spear, and a wife. 1 Samuel 18. Saul's son Jonathan became David's good friend. He loved David as much as he loved himself. From that day, David lived at Saul's palace. He didn't go back home. Jonathan and David made a promise to be special friends. Jonathan took off his own robe. He gave it to David. Jonathan also gave David his long shirt and his belt. He gave David his sword and his bow for shooting arrows. David was good at whatever job Saul gave him. So Saul made David the leader of many men in the army. That made the people happy. The leaders of the army were happy too. The army came back home after Goliath was killed. Women came out of all the towns on the way. They met King Saul and his men. They danced and sang happy songs. They played music and shook tambourines. Saul has killed thousands, they sang, but David killed tens of thousands. The women's songs made Saul mad. They said David killed tens of thousands, said Saul. They said, I only killed a few thousand. David has everything. Now all he needs is to be king. From then on, Saul watched David. He was angry because the people liked David best. The next day, his bad spirit came on Saul. It was strong. So David played the harp for Saul. All of a sudden, Saul threw his spear at David. Saul thought, I'll pin David to the wall. But David ducked. That happened 2 times. Saul was scared of David. That's because God was not with Saul anymore. God was with David. So Saul made David the leader of 1,000 men. Then he sent him out to fight. But David won every time because God was with him. All the people loved David. Saul told David, I'll let you marry my older daughter. Just keep serving me and fighting with the army. Saul wanted David to get killed in the battle. How could I marry a princess? Asked David. I'm not from an important family. So Saul let his older daughter marry someone else. But Saul's daughter, Michal, loved David. Somebody told Saul about it. Saul was very happy to hear this news. I'll let Michal marry David, he said. Then the enemies will kill him. Saul told David, You have another chance. You can still be in my family. Saul even made a plan with his servants. Tell David that I like him. Tell him all my servants like him. Ask him to marry Michal. So Saul's servants told David, Only important people can be in the king's family, said David. I'm poor. Nobody knows who I am. The servants went back and told this to Saul. Saul said, Tell David he can pay to marry my daughter. All he has to do is to kill 100 enemy men. Saul hoped the enemy men would kill David instead. The servants told David what Saul had said. Then David was glad he could be in the king's family. He took his men with him. He killed 200 enemy men. So Saul let Michal marry David. Then Saul saw that God was with David. Saul also saw that his daughter loved David. So Saul was even more scared of David. Saul was David's enemy for the rest of his life. David kept going out to fight and he kept winning. Soon everyone knew who David was. Michal's trick. 1 Samuel 19. King Saul told Jonathan and his servants to kill David. But Jonathan loved David, so he told David, Be careful. My father is going to try to kill you. You should go hide. I'll talk to my father about you. I'll let you know what he says. Jonathan told his father good things about David. Don't hurt him, said Jonathan. He hasn't hurt you. He has done good things for you. He put his life in danger to kill Goliath. God won for his people. You liked that. So why would you hurt David? Why kill him for nothing? Saul listened to Jonathan. I won't kill David, Saul promised. Jonathan told David what his father had said. So David went back to live with Saul's family. One day a bad spirit came upon Saul again. So David played the harp for Saul. Suddenly, Saul threw his spear at David. He tried to pin David to the wall. David ran. The spear went into the wall. That night, Saul sent some men to David's house. They watched the house all night. They were going to kill David the next morning. But David's wife Michal told him about it. You'd better get away tonight, she said. If you don't, they'll kill you tomorrow. Michal helped David climb out of a window, so David got away. Then Michal put a stone idol in David's bed. The idol was shaped like a person. Michal pulled the covers over it. She put goat's hair where David's head would have been. The next morning the men came to get David. Michal said, "He is sick." They went and told Saul, but Saul sent the men back. He said, "Bring him to me anyway. I'm going to kill him." So the men went into David's bedroom. They found the stone in David's bed. They found the goat's hair where his head would have been. "Why did you trick me?" Saul asked Michal. "Why did you let my enemy get away?" Michal said, "David told me to let him go. He said he didn't want to have to kill me too." David ran away to David ran away to Samuel. He told Samuel what King Saul had done. Then David and Samuel went to another town together. Now someone told Saul where David was, so the king sent some men to go get David. But they met up with Samuel. He was with a group of prophets. They were speaking God's messages. God's Spirit came upon Saul's men. They began to speak God's words too. Somebody told Saul what had happened, so he sent some more men, but the same thing happened to them. So Saul sent some more men, the same thing happened to them. At last Saul went himself. Then God's Spirit came upon King Saul too. Saul spoke God's words. He even took off his robe. The king spoke God's words all day and night. Samuel was standing right there with him.